Well, I was advised by one of you guys today, my recent video that I've just put up, to get a life. She's realised and she's recognised that I need to be told to get a life. So I have taken her advice, thank you very much for your advice, and I have booked me, Daz and the kids a 10-night holiday to Crete in a 3-bed villa with a swimming pool. Woohoo! And we go in a couple of weeks, so thank you so much for that advice of get a life, because it's led me to think and reassess my situation, and I indeed feel like I have actually already got a life. What are you on about? Get a life, get a life. We've all got a life. I wouldn't be here if I hadn't got a life. So let's just narrow down the get a life statement, shall we? And then I'll show you what I bought from Sainsbury's, because I was out there having a life, shopping with my mother, when I got told to get a life. Listen, you do you, I'll do me. You probably don't post on YouTube. I do. I show people my shopping, I have a chat. It's part of my life. You don't have to do it. You don't even have to like it. But why the bloody hell do you keep coming and watching my videos? Because it weren't so long ago that you told me to get over me sen because I'd got money. Yeah, I have. I actually have. I have got money. I've not got tons, but I've got enough money to be happy with. So, based on your advice on me getting a life, I'm going to Crete in a couple of weeks. So exciting. But that is not what this video is about. This video is about a Sainsbury's shop. I've been to Sainsbury's with my mother. She needed to buy my sister-in-law some pyjamas. So I trotted along as part of my life. And as part of my life, I'm going to show you what I bought. I don't understand why people go to Sainsbury's though, other than for the clothes, because the clothes are nice. I cannot say anything bad about Sainsbury's clothing at all. I just think it is so nice. And I did get a pair of trousers my mother bought me actually for my holiday, because it was my birthday a couple of weeks ago. She didn't buy me anything, and she obviously is feeling a bit bad about this. So every time I see something, she wants to buy it me. So she bought me a pair of trousers, these culottes that are currently in, if you like the look of them. I was going to go for a full length. It's for me to wear on aeroplane, but I went with culottes instead. I think maybe they were £18. Yeah, 18 quid. And she bought me a plant for my garden. Kind of like, you know, because as part of my life, I'm redoing all my garden at the moment, and we've built a garden room for my massage, which is also part of my life. Aren't they pretty? They're beautiful, aren't they? So I'm going to replant this. I'm going to pot it in a couple of days. And hopefully I will be able to look after it. I've not really got anything exciting to show you. And I weren't even going to film it. But filming for YouTube is part of my life. And seeing as I need to get a life, I thought I best show up on YouTube a bit more frequently, show you my shopping. Have you seen these Eden Morant free-range eggs? You see, I don't go to Sainsbury's at all, really. But I got those for a change. When I actually go into a supermarket, I always spend more money than if I shop online, because I see things that are all fanciful and exciting. So, try to some funky looking eggs. I love the Deliciously Ella range. And I were looking for some of the protein balls, but I couldn't find them in Sainsbury's at all. They definitely weren't where I thought they would be. But these with nectar prices are £2 a box at the minute. And I can tell you that they're right nice as a like a cereal porridge bar, if you like those sort of things. So yeah, if you've got a nectar card, £2. I got peanut butter ones. Lemon and poppy seed, I had one after I'd been shopping, and cacao and orange, and I'm presuming that the ingredients are going to be generally alright because of what brand it is. Gluten-free oats, rice syrup, date syrup, coconut oil, coconut sugar, rapeseed oil, cacao beans, cacao powder, orange oil. When they put rapeseed oil in, I'd always like to know whether it would be cold pressed or whether it's the other one. So I've been doing a little bit of research, on rapeseed oil, because I use this one. I use olive oil. I use a bit extra virgin olive oil. But you know, for just, I don't know, frying an egg or frying an onion, I just tend to use this. I know we've all got our own thoughts on seed oils, haven't we? But I was just doing the research on the cold pressed oil and the differences. I think it's because I'd pointed out the other day that Marks and Spencer's used a lot of rapeseed oil in the stuff, and one of you guys was saying you can handle rapeseed oil, but like olive oil is the problem for you. And I'm not, because I'm not sensitive, as far as I know, to any oil, I hadn't taken that on board, so thank you for pointing that out. So then I went and did a slight deep dive on rapeseed oil. I still don't know, I wouldn't be able to tell you about it because I don't know that much. They don't do organic whole milk at Sainsbury's, or I couldn't find it, so I just got a little of the semi-skimmed. A couple of packets of those for kids, they're 50p. I think, again, with the nectar cards, my daughter texted and said, "Get me a chocolate trifle, please." So I can't remember how much they are. They're probably about £3.75. I did buy 2, because when she says get me a chocolate trifle, she does mean that size, and she does mean for herself. So to avoid arguments, and to avoid upset with the other 2 children, I bought a friendo. Coriander plant, don't know how long that'll last, but there were no cut coriander in Sainsbury's, £1.50. I use tons of coriander, and I'm doing a vegetable chilli and a meat chilli for dinner later. So I needed the coriander, some basmati rice. That's my favourite. Basmati rice is my favourite. I had to use white rice the other day, and it just all stuck together and were all mushy, and it weren't nice. I really like that. And I have sort of cracked the code for cooking basmati rice now. This is also from the same daughter that requested the trifle. She's got a thing for cheese strings. I can't stand them. She doesn't like the cheap ones. She has to have this branded one. And she normally buys them herself with her own in there, but I just picked her some up whilst I were out. Have you ever tried these? If you like sesame seeds, you need to try them. I think it's 50% honey, 50% seeds, is it? Or maybe it's not that healthy. I'm saying honey because I was going to make some of my own once upon a time. Yes, no, don't listen to me. It's 50% sesame seeds and 50% glucose syrup and sugar. I thought when I was thinking about remaking them, I wonder if I could use sesame seeds and honey. That's where the honey's come from, and make a healthier alternative. It's all coming back to me now. What else did we get? Beef mince, 5% fat. Do you do 5% fat, or do you do the full fat? My son, who's sort of into weightlifting, and he always slates me for getting 5% fat. As far as he's concerned, everybody needs the higher fat ratio. Been dreaming about tomatoes since talking to a friend yesterday about his homemade salsa recipe. If you watch my videos, you know that I'm trying to figure out the best salsa recipe, and his, in my opinion, is the best, but he never wrote the recipe down, so we were trying to fathom what he'd done, and then it just got me into a mood for tomatoes. So I thought they looked nice, and they were a reasonable price for tomatoes, because some tomatoes can be extremely expensive. These were Vitalion Royal Star, orange and red. It's a bit different, isn't it? What else did we get? Oh, we've got some almond butter. They didn't have a wide selection of nut butters in the Sainsbury's that I went to, so I picked that one up because that was the healthiest one that I could see. And I bought some apples to go with those. Go with that, sorry, because I'm going to have sliced apples with peanut butter, well, almond butter. I just fancied it. 3 more things. Red onions. Can't go without having red onions in my kitchen. And then I stumbled upon the sort of Asian, African import section of Sainsbury's. So I'm trying the Rubicon Guava and the Rubicon Lychee. These were 65p a can. I thought they're quite different. I'm not fussed on the one that you can get from everywhere, but these just sounded different. So I thought for 65p, I'm going to try them. And that is it. I think my shopping came to about £42. Maybe not even that actually, maybe 39, because I did have something else in my basket for somebody else, which is pointless showing you. But that is my shopping towards the weekend. We are again going to be busy in garden because we are still working on the garden room that we've built, but we're also replacing alt fencing. If you can remember from that video that I showed you, alt fencing had blown down in winds, so we have right high crosswinds on his garden. So we are just making the fence panels because it works out much cheaper than buying them. And I'm all for saving a little bit of money, as you know. Right, you take care, and until I see you again, bye.